Hi guys, so good morning, welcome back to my magical world. I don't know if you could hear me, but wait lang. So saglit lang guys. Wait lang. So yan, okay na. So it's currently 11:12 in the morning and today is April 27, 2023, and it's Thursday. So I hope you are having like a healthy Thursday. I am on a different, background because nandyan yung naglalaba sa amin. So I have to be in front of our house. So not my house, but my location right now, because you know that I'm keep on moving around. I'm all over the universe, so just need you to know that. Uh, let's start. We are finishing the second chapter of the book Flow, The Anatomy of Consciousness, for those who are, a newbie here. So we're done with the first two pages and we will proceed. Kalma, kalma. So, as I've told you, ang kulit naman itong dahon na to. So, as I've told you that really have to finish a book because you really have to take away the knowledge that you are taking, that you want to take, to partake in your life. So let's start reading. I'm not feeling so comfortable kasi I'm in front of the house. There might be people here walking. Wait lang ah. Okay, so medyo clear naman siya. Let's start. But even many of these claims do not hold up unto investigation, and the ones that do can be explained in terms of the extremely specialized training of a normal mind. If there are like noises at the background, guys, learn how to focus on me, my voice. I mean my voice. Okay? So, kasi maingay eh. There's humans there walking down there in front. Hindi pala down in front of me. Okay, so I will pause if there's an interruption. So after all, mystical explanations are not necessary to account for the performance of a great violinist or a great athlete, even though most of us could not even begin to approach their powers. The yogi, similarly, as a virtuoso of the control of consciousness, like all virtuosi, hirap mag-pronounce. He must spend many years learning, and he must keep constantly in training. Okay? Being a specialist, he cannot afford the time or the mental energy to do anything other than fine tune his skill at manipulating inner experiences. So, let's have like a chika minute. So, I'm a bit annoyed because I'm recently active on my Facebook account, like, posting only the TikTok side of myself. But I have noticed that one of my friend, like follower, so are kind of like reposting all the captions on my photo, and I don't like it. And that certain human is like copying it and reposting on his photo, and it's a guy, and it's so like, don't you have like any creativity? Like, cause he copied all of it, and I'm really so annoying. Like, so that's why I'm not gonna be active again right now on Facebook, because humans again are so annoying. Why do they have to do that? He copied all, diba? Ano man daw yun? So the skills, sorry guys for the rant. The skills the yogi gains are the expense of the more mundane abilities that other people learn to develop and take for granted. What an individual yogi can do is amazing, but so is what a plumber can do or a good mechanic. So what this book is like telling me is like any work, guys, believe me, any work that you are like passionate about, or like you're doing every day for the sake of your family, friends, for money, like all of that are decent. So don't, lower your worth or your self-esteem just because uh you have that kind of work. So learn to love it, nourish it, cherish it. You will. You will be successful once you focus. Okay? The kind of focus that are laser focus. Like, it's hard for you to tell, but I have been like that, like last year, on hitting some of my goals. So it's kind of like, it's a crazy focus, but I always get what I want. So that is my life. So perhaps in time we shall discover hidden powers of the mind, that will allow it to make the sort of quantum leap. Let's proceed kasi may dumaan. Quantum leaps that now can only dream about. There is no reason to rule out the possibility that eventually we shall be able to bend spoons with brain waves. But at this point, when there are so many more mundane but no less urgent tasks to accomplish, it seems a waste of time to lust for powers beyond our reach, when consciousness with all its limitations could be employed so much more effectively. Although in its present state it cannot do what some people would wish it to do, the mind has enormous untapped potential that we desperately need to learn how to use. Okay, so our mind, like, paulit-ulit na sinasabi to, this is like constantly been saying to you guys that our mind, our thoughts are all so powerful. So you really have to like clear your head space, and I hope you always have clarity like every day in your life. Now, not like every day, sometimes confusion is good, diba? Because confusion makes you have, options, or a lot of options, which is sometimes bad also. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go back. Because I'm alam mo guys, medyo masikip dito kaya ang lapit ko sa inyo. Because no branch of science deals with consciousness directly, there is no single accepted description of how it works. Many disciplines touch on it and thus provide Many disciplines touch on it and thus provide peripheral accounts. Neuroscience, neuroanatomy, cognitive science, artificial intelligence, psychoanalysis, and the phenomenology are some of the most directly relevant fields to choose from. However, trying to summarize their findings would result in an account similar to the descriptions the blind man gave of the elephant. Okay, each different and each unrelated to the others. No doubt we shall continue to learn important things about consciousness. Ang hirap, may dumadaan na tao dito. I need to be inside, but there are like thousands of dogs inside. That is just exaggeration, but we have a lot of dogs. So no doubt we shall continue to learn important things about consciousness from these disciplines. But in the meantime, we are left with the task of providing a model that is grounded in fact, yet expressed simply enough so that anyone can make use of it. Okay, so I just wanna have like give you like a chika minute lang. I remember like a friend, like I don't know if maybe she will watch in the future. Miss Bazaar, she's really a good friend of mine. Like she was the first person I talked to when I transferred when I started school, and when I started college, like in my university in Manila. So um she's really kind, like, she's a good person. And when she's studying, because we are like always, not always naman, our course is like mahirap siya. So it's difficult. But she's really good at studying at a chaotic environment. Those people who can be able to study at a noisy places, something like that. So she is like that kind of person. I used to be like that, but my studying skills have been evolving. So it's kind of like different now. I love like peaceful places. So I don't know. So just saying, I don't know, does it comes with age? So, ayan, dami ko ng chika sa inyo guys, ha. I don't say that to a lot of people. Nawala tayo, saglit lang. No doubt we shall continue to learn important things about consciousness from these disciplines, but in the meantime, you are left with the task of providing a model that is grounded in fact, yet expressed simply enough so that anyone can make use of it. Although it sounds like indecipherable academic jargon, the most concise description of the approach I believe to be the clearest way to examine the main facets of what happens in the mind in a way that can be useful in the actual practice of everyday life is a phenomenological model of consciousness based on information theory. So, this representation, ang haba. Dali lang nga guys. This representation of consciousness is phenomenological in that it deals directly with events, phenomena, as we experience and interpret them rather than focusing on the anatomical structures, neurochemical processes, or unconscious purposes that make these events possible. Of course, it is understood that whatever happens in the mind is the result of electrochemical changes in the central nervous system, as laid down over millions of years by biological evolution, but phenomenology assumes that a mental event can be best understood if we look at it directly as it was experienced, rather than through the specialized optics of a particular discipline. Liwanag, ang gulo-gulo nitong nitong setup ko ngayon. So, yet in contrast to phenomenology, which intentionally excludes any other theory or science from its method, the model we will explore here adapts principles from information theory as being relevant for understanding what happens in consciousness. These principles include knowledge about how sensory data are processed, stored, and used, the dynamics of attention and memory. Listen. This is not easy what we are doing here. So, you really have to learn about this book, huh? So, with this framework in mind, what then does it mean to be conscious? It simply means that certain specific conscious events, such as sensations, feelings, thoughts, intentions, are occurring and that we are able to direct their course. In contrast, when we are dreaming, some of the same events are present, yet we are not conscious because we cannot control them. For instance, I may dream of having received news of a relative's being involved in an accident, and I may feel very upset. I might think, I wish I could be of help. Despite the fact that I perceive, feel, think, and form intentions in the dream, I cannot act on these processes. By making provisions for checking out the truthfulness of the news, for example, and hence, I am not conscious. Do you understand, guys? So, we really have to get your water and sip. Okay? So, you really need to hydrate yourself. Pag nakikita niyo ako, you drink water. Wait lang. In dreams, we are locked into a single scenario. We cannot change at will. The events that constitute consciousness, the things we see, feel, think, and desire are information that we can manipulate and use. Thus, we think of consciousness as intentionally ordered information. This dry definition, accurate as it is, does not fully suggest the importance of what it conveys, since for us, outside events do not exist unless we are aware of them. Consciousness corresponds to subjectively experienced reality. While everything we feel, smell, hear, or remember is potentially a candidate for entering consciousness, the experiences that actually do become part of it are much fewer than those left out. Thus, while consciousness is a mirror that reflects what our senses tell us about what happens both outside our bodies and within the nervous system, it reflects So it reflects those changes selectively, actively shaping events, imposing on them a reality of its own. The reflection consciousness provides is what we call our life, the sum of all we have heard, seen, felt, hoped, and suffered from birth to death. So we're done, guys. So the light is a little bit dimmer. So thank you guys for listening. Like, I don't like the setup because there are a lot of humans here. I need to be in a peaceful place so I can focus on you. Like, bukas, I'm going back at the back. Going back at the, because I'm in front right now. Okay, so I will see you again, and thank you guys for listening. Thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for your children. Diba? So I will see you again. Oh, ang init-init na, guys. I'm so hot. So, sige na, guys. I will see you again. So, ayun, hydrate well, and what can you do today? So, get some ice cream, I think, or shake. We have an avocado, so I'm gonna eat later. Sige na, I will see you again, and bye. Daldal ko. Ito na naman. Ingat.